here tonight. Special KOF shout out to the homeboys at Dream Cancel. You know.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dream Cancel podcast, and this is episode 99 of Dream Cancel Live. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCancel.com. In this episode, we're going to welcome 2018. It's a new year. Happy New Year to everyone. We're going to reflect upon 2017, talk about how we have grown as a player, kind of talk about the things we've seen in the community, our favorite moments, and then we're also going to talk and build upon 2018, things that we want to see, things we want to hear, things we want to experience, ways to improve the KOF SNK community and the FGC and such. And it's episode 99, so I want to know right now. I'm going to go on a very small tangent before I introduce the discussion panel. The next episode is episode 100. What should we do for episode 100, all right? Post it in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube. Post it in the Twitch chat if you're watching live. But let's talk about episode 100 throughout the show. So, yeah, let's go back and talk about 2018 upcoming. Welcome 2018, and then welcome 2017. But before we do all that, let's introduce the discussion panel for tonight. So we're working with a new video chat site, and let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. All right. All right. Let's introduce the discussion panel. First and foremost, we have CalvinClimb. CalvinClimb, how you doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Good to have you on. Can you share with us where you are currently located?
I'm currently in Boone, North Carolina. I'm a university student on the East Coast.
Okay, great. Good to have you on, sir.
Absolutely. Good to be here.
All right. Next person, we have DeezeeKujaku. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. How are you tonight?
Very good. Can you tell everyone where you are currently stationed?
Right now I'm stationed in Philadelphia. Pretty much always have been. But I mean, yeah, I'm still bouncing between here in New York every now and then. So,
all right, great, cool, good to have you on. All right, next we have where's Third Strike? Or TaeShunYuna. Yo, what's up, man? Hey, can you hear us? And can you speak? Can you? His mic's not working, man. We might have.
My bad.
Oh,
my
okay.
bad.
I was about to say, I thought we might have to W in, man, like a kung fu movie or something, dude.
Oh no, I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, good to have you on the show, man. I know you're new to the podcast. Can you real quick give us a very brief introduction and like where you're from, if you don't mind?
I'm from Springfield, Illinois. I'm pretty new to KOF. Glad to be part of the community. That's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Good to have you, man. Let me see if I could try to get Charles. Yo, are you there, man?
Yeah. I just got everything working again.
Okay, cool. Good to have you on, man. This is KenshixHimura, right?
Yep.
Cool. Not KenshixHimura.
Why do you always have to say that?
Hey, that's what everybody thinks at first, man. There's an X in that username. You're gonna have to say it, but yeah, good to have you on, man. Can you tell us where you are currently located?
I live in Canton, Ohio right now. So I'm just an hour away from Cleveland, an hour south from Cleveland, Ohio. So most of the fighting games around here are not KOF, but we have about 12 players in Ohio that actively play KOF. So.
Okay, cool, man. Great. Good to have you on the show. Yo, we got LazieFred. Are you there, man? I know you're having trouble getting in here.
I see two of him.
I see two as well. One's mic is working and one it's not.
Freddie, can you try to say something? Damn.
Oh no.
All right, let's get back to Freddie in a little bit. No, we can't hear you, man. Sorry. We'll keep trying, dude. We're gonna keep this going. Yo, we got Kick Punch Blocks ElkyDori. Are you there, sir? Damn, he has to unmute himself. ElkyDori.
Oh yeah, he had a. I thought he did earlier.
All right, he's probably just away for right now. Probably grabbing a sandwich or something. All right, cool.
I'm here.
Yo.
Man,
What's up, man?
I had to go unmute myself and give it permission to use the mic and everything all over again.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, we're all learning this this new program, so or I should say website. Like, we're not on Hangouts anymore. We're using Rabbit, so a little bit of a learning curve. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, good to have you, sir. Can you let us know where you currently are stationed?
Oh, I'm out here, Western Maryland, and trying to enjoy the last 6 weeks of Xanadu before it shuts down.
Oh, it's shutting down?
Yeah, end of February, Xanadu will be no more.
Damn, is there a reason why?
Oh, behind the scenes kind of things.
Now.
Okay. Yo.
It's wild.
Okay, so it's some stuff that not everyone's supposed to know. Okay.
Well, attendance and all that has been pretty solid, especially in recent times and all that. But hey, the way I look at it, every major venue has had to at least move, and that's what they're trying to do right now. Whether or not they're able to find a new location remains to be seen. But hey, remember what happened to Super Arcade? It could be a lot worse.
Right. Okay. All right. We'll get into a little bit more of that later, man. Let's see what's up with Freddie. Yo, Freddie, are you there, man? I heard him briefly, and somebody was drumming.
I heard drums, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's introduce Malicious Tactical Gaming, NB Mexiken. Are you there, Esteban?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and
All
clear.
right, cool. Awesome.
Cool. Good to have you on, man.
Yeah.
All right, you still chilling in Indiana?
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
Gonna be that way for a while, so.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Let's see if Freddie still having problems. You still having problems, man? I'll take that as a yes. All right, cool. Why don't we while he's getting everything straightened out, why don't we go into promo and plugs? And for the discussion panel, who's drumming?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey!
You guys can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we have
All
we
right.
got a Freddy.
Oh my god.
Yo,
This is so difficult. I'm getting old.
it's a new site for me. So yeah,
No, and also Firefox updated their stuff. I have to pick a mic, and then my Yeti mic showed up as 5 different USBs input devices, and then after I click it, and then Firefox has a little pop up with a little permission. I have to assign the permissions so that Firefox can use the mic, and then there's extra steps in there. There's so many steps.
Wow.
It's not as easy as Hangouts or Discord.
Yeah. It's a little different, man. It has a bit more features than those two, I'm noticing. But yeah, for so far it's a little. I would say I won't say it's cumbersome. It's easy, but I guess we all have to learn it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah. Let's just rock with it for right now.
It's cool though. This site looks pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you know much about it, but we can actually watch videos and stuff together, and it has like pretty low latency. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Word. All right. Cool.
This is still throwing me off looking at a young picture of him and hearing the current state of his voice. It's like some sort of messed up version of Looper.
Word. All right, so yo, let's go on to promo and plugs. If you wait, yo, somebody mute themselves. Whoever's on their typewriter.
Typewriter.
All right, promo plugs. So let's start with the very new thing that we have going on is a Patreon for Dream Cancel. I'm going to post up that link in the description and in the chat for people to check out and for our discussion panel to check out. And we got a couple of rewards. I don't know if they're any good to anybody, but you know, some stickers and maybe a t-shirt if you pledge or subscribe over a certain amount. So yeah, check that out. And also there's a dollar amount. So if you don't want anything and if you just want just like, you know, the basic I would say content, just pledge $1, you know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be anything too exclusive that we'll share. I mean, we'll like we have in the reward section, you know, maybe you can like give a topic to the podcast or be a member of the podcast. So if anyone has any other ideas on exclusive content, just let me know. Either that, we could just have, you know, the Patreon subscribers just help support the people that put in work for DreamCancel.com. Like maybe we can, you know, use some of the monthly income to maybe, you know, break bread to the moderators or people that work on the wiki and, you know, people that create content on the site, like post up, you know, front page articles and stuff like that. So let's experiment around with it. And I guess, you know, it's going to be the, like one of the only things that we can probably use at the moment in place of YouTube's monetization that we're going to not have anymore by next month. So yeah, check out the Patreon. And there's a bunch of text and literature for you can read for more information. Join the Dream Cancel Discord server. Recently, last month, I rearranged all the channels and added some new channels and added some bots. So if you like how it looks right now, just you know, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you know, just let me know. But hopefully it's more useful than it was before. So yeah, check out our Discord server, which I have a link in the description section on the YouTube archive and below the Twitch, I would say, page for this episode if you're viewing this on the desktop. All right. Buy King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition and King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match and King of Fighters 13 and King of Fighters 14 on Steam. Stay tuned for any sales that might pop up randomly. Shouts to Kings of Code, Kings of Colorado. Shout outs to our good peoples at Orochinaji.com and download the King of Data app, which is frame data and gameplay guides and wikis and a bunch of links and information and resources for King of Fighters 14 on your iPhone or on your Android. Is available on Google Play. Go ahead and check that out. Buy King of Fighters 14 on PS4. I don't know how much it is now. I think it was on sale like a couple weeks ago for like $30 or something like that. Check out the King of Fighters Reddit and the SNK Discord that they host. Shout outs to the Game Goons. And oh yeah, we're gonna have a King of Fighters 14 Party Battle Mode event. This is gonna be this weekend. Gonna start at 7 p.m. Central Time on the 21st, January 21st. That is a Sunday for PS4 and PS3 players. CalvinClimb is going to be hosting a lobby and a stream for the Steam players, and myself through the Dream Cancel Twitch that we're on right now will be hosting the lobby and stream for PSN players. Join us. It's a lot of fun. And tomorrow I'll also post up the notice for the King of Fighters 14 online tournament for PS4 players that's going to go down on the 28th on Sunday this month. Also, I want to let people know of the New Blood Rising tournament, which is a PS4 King of Fighters 14 online tournament for beginners. This happened, was that like a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Where's Third Strike or TaeShunYuna? Are you there?
Yeah, it just happened a couple weeks ago. It's on YouTube right now, and there'll be another one in February sometime. It's whenever I have a Sunday off.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll call you just Renoa, but for the people on the Discord, I hope they know who you are. So that's why I'm calling you by your Discord name. But I'll just put a bunch of slashes in there. But yeah, the next one is going to be next month, so stay tuned for the exact date and details. All right, shouts to Kick Punch Block and big shout out to the SNK Esports support program. They're supporting different King of SNK fighting games besides and next to King of Fighters. So go to their website for more information. We're going to have links in the description section. And what else we have up? Oh yeah, this is something new that is going on. It is the, I don't have a poster for it, but it's the Max Cancel Cup for King of Fighters 14. I'm gonna post up a link for everyone to check out. Bear with me, please. There's gonna be a brand new. It's gonna be a circuit for King of Fighters 14 events, which is gonna be pretty nice. And here is the link. I'm gonna post it right here in the chat. Post it up for y'all in the discussion panel. So it's going to start from now, Frosty Faustings, all the way to Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker is where it ends. It's going to be a 5-month circuit. So go ahead and check that out. It should be very, 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 very good for people that go to online events and such. And speaking of circuits and tours, what did y'all think about the whole Neo Geo World Tour that is going to kick off this year? Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I haven't been keeping up with the news, so I don't even know what that is right now.
Okay, I'll fill you in real quick. Let me get the poster up and ready, but it's going to be pretty much like a circuit or just like a tour of KOF and other SNK games. I'm going to post it up for you real quick. Here we go. And there isn't that much details right now, man, besides what we see at the moment, but it should be pretty fun. We'll see how it's all planned out and everything. I mean, hopefully, they kind of...
Yeah, hopefully they come to some American events, because I definitely want to partake in something like that.
Right. Yeah,
It looks like they'll be in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it starts
3 days. No.
Yeah, it is in 3 days, and it's funny because like I haven't seen much activity or much talk about it if it's going down in 3 days.
Top secret.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. It can't be that top secret. I mean, come on. And
It's like some 007 shit.
well,
Now, do we know if this is an open registration or an invitational, or?
we don't know. At the current moment, this is all that I'm seeing, man. Unless I'm not properly searching, you know, as extensively as I
Let
can.
me check out there.
And
See what this Retro City Festival is about.
Does anyone in the Twitch chat have any, I would say, information on the Neo Geo World Tour? Freddie, do you know much about this?
Wow. Okay. So,
No, I don't know too much about it.
Okay.
okay. So I got the lineup here. So the Neo Geo World Tour part of this event is, well, 14 is about the one thing that's not on the Neo Geo. They're doing Sam Show 2, Fatal Fury Special, KOF 98, 02, 14, and then there's going to be an exhibition at the end of the night. Now, from the look of this, it looks like we're talking about Vanilla 98 and 02.
Yes.
And very likely that it's... I'm getting the feeling this is actually going to run on original hardware, if this is to be believed.
Yeah.
Whether it be on cab or console or something.
Yeah, they don't really specify that. I am assuming that, but
this...
I don't know.
I'm hoping that they have a... I'm hoping that they're leaving themselves enough time here, because each one of these tournaments, they have a 2 hours set aside for the qualifying matches, and then the upper bracket being scheduled for 1 hour. So I hope they know what they're doing, because that seems pretty tight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we'll see what's going on. They do have a tour.
Double that.
Right, and where's like you said before, where's like the open registration? Where's the Smash GG? Like, you know, where's the challenge, man?
Yeah, it's...
Well, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, we
That's
might have
what I'm
to
trying to find out.
we might have to just like try to look for more information on that a little later. So let's keep things going. And did anyone watch the new episode of KOF Destiny? Any thoughts on that?
Yes, I did. A lot of people give Destiny crap because they actually use like the in-game sound effects and call out moves with the like over the top introduction and stuff like that. But that kind of cheesiness is something you would expect out of SNK. So I don't really mind it. I really liked how they made sure, like, okay, it's gonna take like 5 or 6 people to knock Rugal down a peg.
Right. Yeah, they were just throwing like fireballs and stuff at him, man, like some Sailor Moon stuff.
Sailor Moon.
But I thought that was a pretty good episode. It had a very nice ending, so hopefully the next episode will be much better than that. But as far as what you said about the sound effects, I'm glad that they're using the sound effects from the game, you know, because like we've seen plenty of cases where they don't, and they just have like the people that are just like voice acting just do the like sound effects and stuff, like for example with Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, like Ken and Ryu, they saying Hadouken, you know, like what is that, man? Like,
I mean, it could always be worse. They could always just put Rugal in a hockey mask.
right? Oh yeah, like the movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's talk about some recent tournaments that have transpired. So I know it's been a while. So NEC, ElkyDori, if you could, can you briefly talk about your NEC experience? I know we recapped this on the last episode, but I want to kind of get some of your thoughts on NEC.
Overall, it was pretty solid. Like I said, the only thing that kind of threw a hiccup in it was the handling of late registration. Because there was 4 main pools that it was all built out of, and personally, I'm a believer in a death pool for late registration, but that's only if you're going to designate a separate pool for it. The unfortunate thing was they just kind of put all those people into an existing one. So anybody who was in pool B2 had to run an incredible gauntlet in order to get out of pools. I mean, you were pretty much knocking out. You would have to overcome like a couple of top 8 level talents in order just to make like top 16. It was pretty brutal. Now Freddie here had a pretty solid showing, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. We talked about that earlier when him playing Stray Wolf and what's that one dude? Wero Asimia?
Wero Asimia?
Yeah.
Wero Asimia?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. He showed. Yeah. Hey, you see that one Mexican flag, and it waved high over a lot of red, white, and blue, but
yep, like it has historically.
Okay.
But
it was. I feel sorry for poor Vicio, who was trying to send me little tips as far as players that were outside of the East Coast and try to bring me up to speed, because he was trying to private message me and I had my notifications turned off.
Oh man, that sucks. So I bet when you opened it up, you just saw like a flood of like text.
There was so much great information that would have been awesome to say on commentary, but alas, didn't work out that way. That pool B2 I was talking about. New York, New Jersey kind of really got hosed. You had Aru, Pachu, and Marco Polo all in that pool. So that was a bloodbath.
Speaking of Marco Polo,
it was great. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Whoever was trying to talk, you can go proceed.
Oh no, I just wanted to say shout out to Marco Polo if he ever watches this. He came into my stream the other day and thanked me for doing the beginner tournament for everybody in the KOF community. So shout out to you, dude. Thanks for saying that. It meant a lot to me, man.
That's awesome.
Cool. All right, let's keep things pushing forward, and let's talk about Kumite In Tennessee. This happened like last week or 2 weeks ago. Anybody watch the tournament or the finals at least?
I didn't even know they had KOF there.
Me neither. I didn't know either.
It was
I was actually watching the finals. Didn't that one dude get like completely outclassed?
I'm not sure. Esteban, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying they ran it as a side tournament, and they really didn't say much about it until like the weekend of or something pretty close to when the event actually was going on.
Yeah, they streamed it just kind of like out of the blue, and I had no clue. I guess
I only knew about it because of the King of Data app. I was bored at a friend's looking at the app and seeing who was streaming, and there was a tournament going on, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this."
Word, yeah. Somebody posted it up in the Discord, and I was watching it. But yeah, it was interesting, man. I would say like the level of skill. It looked like there was a lot of people that were still learning how to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I have to watch the entire like top 4, but I don't know like who the top 3 was because it's a side tournament. They didn't like post the results anywhere. I think I saw it somewhere on Twitter, but I couldn't find it anymore. But
when I was watching it, I didn't even recognize any of the names. I just remember talking to CalvinClimb in the Twitch chat about like how the one guy was just completely outclassed by the other. Because the dude who got sent to losers finals from winners finals came back for grand finals and still was completely just demolished.
Yeah.
Word. Well, if people want to watch, I am going to link the top 4 for that tournament. I have it here somewhere. Where's that? Well, I'm gonna post it up in the archive, but I don't have it offhand. But you could probably find it somewhere, maybe on Gato Ray's channel, or you can find the Twitch archive somewhere if you do a search on Twitter. Shout out to all the players that attended that tournament. So let's talk about some tournaments that are coming up pretty soon. We got Frosty Faustings. Who's going to Frosty Faustings this weekend?
I'll be there. Me and Nathan will both be there.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm jealous.
Anyone else?
I'm jealous too. I'm too broke, or otherwise I would go again this year. Frosty Faustings is like my favorite major though because they have so many different games.
Right. Okay. All right, cool. Well, good luck to y'all. Hopefully we'll see y'all on stream. Do a good job. Play a bunch of matches. Next tournament. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this, yo. We already know. Evo Japan. This is going down in 2 weeks.
I'm excited.
Yo, y'all want to...
This is going to be the best showing for KOF14 since the game came out, in my personal opinion. Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's going to be so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stacked. It's ridiculously stacked.
Like, it's funny. Like, I already knew that I wasn't going to go, but, like, now I'm like, I probably should have just starved myself for a month or 2 so I could afford to go to Japan.
Oh, man.
But, yo, check it out. We have the brackets. Y'all want to look at the brackets together?
Yeah, let's do it.
Keep in mind, I forgot to tell them that I wasn't going to make it because I wasn't able to get my passport. So, if you see my name there, I'm not actually going to be in Japan.
Oh, man. That's too bad.
I wish. If I was there, I'd go ham. But
nope. Getting hit by the rain all tech, no passport in time.
Hey, man, I'm Mexican, dude. I got to be careful about coming to and from. This is too gray area right now.
Right.
Right.
All right. I'm trying to show. I'm trying to get the bracket up real quick. Let me see. Is that even put in the right link? Let me see. Let me do this.
It looks like the right link, but the website didn't load properly. That looks like a very base form.
Yeah, try to just refresh it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, this looks like freaking GeoCities, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go. Yeah.
Hey.
All right, gonna have to come on, load up.
This dude said GeoCities though.
Oh, here we go.
That Firefox boy.
This ain't even. It's like some sort of browser. The site uses itself like some sort of integrated browser.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Firefox, kind of.
Yeah, no. When it was loading up, it did have the Fox just rolling crazy and stuff. But
yeah.
All right, cool. So, all right, we're looking at the brackets. So let's take a look. Can anybody see this? Can y'all see this?
Yeah, I can see it. Right off the bat, I have to say that's probably the biggest tournament for KOF14 I've seen. 500 plus entrants.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Keep in mind, this is in Japan. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat any number that I've seen anywhere else in the world for KOF.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at A1. So, which name do y'all see that is besides
Zhao Hai?
I don't know what that Zhao Hai guy is, but I don't know.
I don't recognize any of those names besides Shanghai, so
I see Vizio up there in pool A3.
Yeah, I see Violent Kane in pool A2, but
that's about it for those.
Oh, I see Daniel Himura. I think I played him before.
The scary part is that all these names that we see that we don't recognize, any one of them could be a killer. And like, because that's the thing about KOF, you don't really know who's gonna break out and like make top 8 or whatever, or even win.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Upsets are definitely possible to the utmost. So yeah, we can't rule people out that we don't know who they are. Even if the freaking names that we can't even like pronounce that are in kanji, man. Like, come on, dude, they might take everybody out. Who else we see? Let's see, Kandivu.
King Devu? Nice.
Yeah, I always say his name wrong. King Devu. Who else do y'all see on here? For A4, A5, and A6.
Nothing so far.
I'm not recognizing any of these names.
Bala. Hey.
Oh, Bala's in A7.
Okay, yeah, Bala.
I didn't know he still competed. I haven't seen him play KOF 14 at all.
That's because I don't know. It depends how much you're really paying attention in Mexico. And it's not like he can come to the U.S. and he doesn't travel that often. He hasn't been playing that much, though.
The only tournament that I've seen from Mexico is the one that had ET versus Kula as grand finals. So
that was in Ecuador, I think. That wasn't in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mexico. The last big tournament was that one that was sponsored by Pringles that Kula won. I think Kula won that one.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go to
Freezer. Freezer said he couldn't go.
A10, A11, and A12.
Luis Cha.
Yo.
Luis
I hope he does some damage there.
He's representing us. Yeah.
I see him. Yep, representing Kings of Colorado.
Not Kings of Company. Like I used to think.
King Company, yeah.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis.
He's good.
He is good.
LDA and CX, who's that?
I don't know.
I don't know. That dude's good enough.
I know that name.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, let's keep scrolling down. All right.
Kusanagi? Is that Mexico, Kusanagi?
I know his real name ain't Richard Avery.
You never know, man. He could be putting some other name in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I don't know. I'm not going to say that's him. That's just the one. I see that, and that's who I think of.
I see Nai Wang. I see him playing like O2 UM.
Yeah. He's a good KOF player for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't see any other names that stick out to me at the moment. All right, let's keep things going.
Nada.
Yeah.
Nada.
if I could read the character, I could probably know those Japanese people, but I can't read that stuff. So
I watch a lot of Japanese.
Me either, man.
I can't read it. It's usually like remind you.
And these last two pools. Oh, not last two. This is just the first page.
Oh, we're not even. I said that's a lot.
Dang.
Hey, that's a great thing right there.
Yo, Kochi KOG though.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Oh,
he knocked out Pedro at Evo.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
He's a good KOF player though. He's played other ones, if I remember right, not just 14.
Oh, Raul is going.
I didn't do some work in 13 as well.
Yep.
I didn't know Raul was going.
Mr. Tomorrow. I love that name.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dynabuster in the chat said scores.
Wait, Raul's going?
Yeah, Raul's going. He's right there in A20.
What?
Wait, who's that?
What?
Raul is well, I know him personally because he's a really good Batista player and Undernight, but he plays KOF as well. He's actually really good at it.
He's all right compared to me, but I didn't know he was going. Holy crap! I played with him in a couple of tournaments.
All right, let's go to page 2.
Page 2.
Hopefully this will load right.
32.
Okay,
Oh man,
there are no pools. All
right, I'm gonna try.
JDR, that's a huge one.
Oh, JDR is going? I had no idea he was going.
Is that White Ash? the top? I just see Ash. Or is it blocked out? No, just Ash.
It's just Ash.
Okay. Yeah.
Goichi is gonna be there.
Yeah, Goichi's good.
He is.
I see someone sponsored by Hao Mao. I know they have some good players.
Oh yeah, I bet he's good. I mean, I'll just put money on it.
I see some Ohio natives, and I'm rooting for them, even though I don't know them.
No, I'm seeing quite a few players from
Germany
here.
How much Mike's going?
Yep.
Huh. That's what's up.
All right, let's keep things going. 24 to 25.
Oh, there's Kula in A26.
Oh, didn't see that.
Christina's gonna be there. UK player.
Ace.
And Rochanaji
Oh,
affiliate.
Haragoro's there in A25.
Yep, right when I said Rochanaji. Yep. Senji Tenko is gonna be there. Cool. And Kula, like y'all said before. All right, let's keep things going. This pool right here.
Busta Wolf was a good 13 player.
13.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's good in whatever he plays when it comes to KOF, but I remember hearing that name before.
Yeah, Mad KOF will be there.
Mad KOF, wow.
I'm rooting for him because he hasn't been doing as much damage in 14 as he did in 13.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say.
Well, have y'all been watching his streams?
Yeah, I watch his streams.
Okay.
Just tournament wise, he just doesn't seem to do as much damage as he used to.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll change this year and moving forward.
Yeah, maybe
That
he
would be
just
nice.
isn't playing the game as much or something. All right, let's keep things going. Gato Ray, Rockland Kyo.
He's good.
Let's see. Oh,
Tortilla is gonna be there.
Oh, got her
Oh,
right.
Lassett. He has a great time on. He did pretty good last year.
You just say Lassett, right?
Yeah. Oh, I see it.
Yes.
See it. I didn't.
Okay,
see
I just saw that right now, but you said Daimon, so I thought that's who you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's keep things moving.
Lick.
Yep.
TC Paco.
Paco.
Violence is gonna be there.
Definitely a heavy hitter.
Oh no, Violence. He had visa issues.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not gonna be there.
No, yeah, that's right. You did just mention that.
So Freezer's gonna be there. Violence is not gonna be there. Okay. Now that I saw the name.
Okay.
That's a shame. I knew Violence was probably gonna make a really big splash.
Oh yeah, for sure. He would have went nuts.
All right, Frionel.
Mexiken, I think.
Not there. However, let me check this pull out real quick. I don't know anybody. Who knows? Maybe I would have done well.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
ET.
Oh well, I ain't tripping. Maybe 2019 because I'm getting my I have to wait till March to get my passport and all that stuff. So.
Gotcha.
Okay. These last two pools, I don't really see anyone.
ET.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing some hiss from somebody.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Oh, now it's gone.
Okay. Damn, just like magic. All right. All right, let's keep going. Page 3, let's go.
Hey, son. Okay, I don't know.
All right.
Burger King, Hong Kong player. I love these names.
I like Colossus. It sounds
Colossus.
intimidating. Hopefully he doesn't go to with a name like
Some of these names, what in the actual hell?
Oh, Rick Keogh's going to be there.
Rikio? Oh, you know him?
And D3V? I've seen
Dev?
that name
I think it's Dev.
Yeah. All right, we got a bunch of other Japanese natives.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Yeah. Hey, somebody from Minnesota is going. What the hell? Philip English.
Philip.
Oh no, that's his name. Sorry, I thought I keep doing this every time I see pools, and then they have like the state, and then like a name. I always think it's like a name of.
Is this a city? Yeah.
A city.
Yeah, I get you.
I got that. That's fair.
Philip English, Minnesota. What?
English, Minnesota. Like, oh, okay. The Philip English, Minnesota.
Scott Scales, Ohio. What?
Korea chicken.
Oh no, that's
Sagat.
That's not Ohio. I think that's Ontario.
I had to step my name game up.
All right, I don't see many people. Oh, is Overheat gone? What?
Oh, is he a KOF 14 player? 13?
He did a lot of the Hitbox viewer videos.
Oh.
And he used to play a lot of like 98 with us back in the day.
Okay.
All right, let's keep things going.
Scanning the area.
Huevo.
Nothing found.
Damn, I don't see any other names that stick out.
Yeah, just keep scrolling up.
All right, let's keep things going.
Kim of Fighters. I know who he uses.
Oh, yeah. She is based out in Australia. Used to play a lot of 13.
Oh, wow, you know her. Okay.
KBP Manny Fuerte. Do you know this person, Dizzy?
That doesn't sound familiar to me, unless they just changed their tag, and I don't know, or that KBP stands for something else. I don't know.
Right. Oh man, Yachinator, dude! Holy crap! I haven't seen that name in a million years.
There's so many people here.
That's really neat. That's amazing. I've seen a lot of folks from Germany.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people are coming from many different places to attend this tournament.
That's great.
All right, let's keep things going.
Oh, Casio Pedro.
I see.
Came Blue River.
Yep.
Marvel player.
Musical felony. That dude is like a travel god, man. Like I follow him on Facebook. That dude, he's like Anthony Bourdain, dude. He just goes everywhere, man.
He knows how to plan, dude. He's crazy. I always want to ask him for international advice.
Yeah, on the budget too. From what I like see and understand, like he's always traveling every week, dude. Like, how does he do it, man?
How does he?
I hope he's not like. I hope he's not sneaking into like the luggage compartments.
Nah. He works a ridiculous amount. Like I've always seen him do like 40+ hours a week in overtime.
Wow.
God.
I don't think he has a real life outside of work and when he travels. Doesn't seem like.
Hey, I support that 100%. If I could travel that much, I would sell my soul to work.
Hell yeah.
You gain a little bit back when you travel, I guess.
Right.
All right. Let's keep things going.
Nada?
Damn, I don't see anybody 6 out, man.
Yo, 777.
Killer Kai.
Oh yeah,
777.
I haven't seen that name in a million years.
I follow him on Twitter. He's always posting the craziest KOF 14 Kim tech. I'm like,
he's a famous Kim player.
Yeah, you can count on him to find the most broken Kim stuff in any KOF game.
All right, let's keep things going. Atma is going to be there. M-Dash.
Oh, yeah, I saw that coming.
Kenshin, Team Lago Kenshin. Kenshi.
I'm automatically rooting for him.
Yeah,
automatically rooting for him. Let's go, Kenshin.
Inferno Kong with his verse and Antonov play.
Atma.
Yep.
There's more pages of this. Oh my god.
How many pages are there, man?
It says 41 to 60 out of 85. So I'm assuming 2 more.
All right.
It's the last 2.
Yeah, dude. If I see like more, then we're gonna have to just like keep things.
Just dip.
All right, let's fly through this real quick.
Nothing.
Zentetsu. I've seen that name.
Oh, someone KOF. I've seen that name before.
Yeah.
I forget where, but I've seen it.
He was a Cafe Id player.
There we go. Yeah, I knew I recognized that.
I see Haruto is gonna be there.
Oh. Oh, is that it? Oh no. Another wave. Hello.
Oh, so okay. That's just the C pools are pretty much just the next set of brackets once they get done with A and B.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're pretty much good to go on that then.
That's how big this tournament is. That they need to run 2 sets of pools. You go from pools to pools.
I think 32 pools per letter, so 64.
That's ridiculous. That's a ton of people.
All right.
All right. Cool.
All right. So,
what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask. All right. So, what's your top 8? Who you think's gonna win?
I I can't predict it at all.
Man, let's just be honest about one thing real quick.
What's that?
There's an 85% chance it's going to be ET and Xiaohai again.
Yeah. I say 90.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like,
maybe M
let's be
dash,
for
maybe
real.
M dash, maybe third place somewhere. You know?
Maybe.
Maybe second.
Or he could be top 3 or top 2 as well. I'm just saying.
The
80% chance it's going to be
My fantasy bracket right there, top 8 would be E.T., Xiaohai, Kula, M dash. Okay, you could just get the top 4.
Yeah, right.
I'll say I want Kula to win because Kula is dope. And plus, if he wins with Angel, that'd be sick.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But
Right.
the likelihood.
Yo, let's keep things moving. I know we can go all day on this, man. I know for sure we can go all day. But yeah, let's definitely check that out, man. And we'll see what's going on with version 3.0. And there is information that got already posted on what time everything's gonna be starting. So do y'all know exactly when we're gonna be able to watch like maybe pools and maybe finals over here in our like side of the world?
I have no idea.
I have no clue, but as soon as I find out,
I'll
be watching them all day.
As soon as it starts.
Okay. I think I put it in the Discord, man. But yeah. All right, let's keep things going. Another tournament's coming up. Winter Brawl and Winter Showdown. Winter Showdown Brawl going down
Same weekend.
Yeah, man. February 23rd, 24th. This is going down in Colorado, and this is going down in Pennsylvania. So, who's going to both of these at the same time? Who's going to do some like cellular splitting or something like that? Who's going to clone themselves to be at both of these tournaments at the same time? Nobody. All right.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that, but I'm trying to go to Winter Showdown to support KCO and hang out with a lot of my friends that are going to be there. Like Mexiken.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm not in the. I didn't pre-register yet, but I bought my plane ticket to and from today, so I'll be there.
Okay, great.
KOF 13, 14, and Dragon Ball, man. So
great, sounds good. And also, just let people know, Winter Brawl does have the pop bonus for King of Fighters 14, and I believe it's free too. So, go ahead.
If I can't go to Winter Showdown, I'll try to go to Winter Brawl.
Right, and it's also part of the Mexiken Cup. All right, let's keep things going. Also on the Mexiken Cup, the Vegas Cup 2. This is going down in March 24th. In Las Vegas, obviously. Anyone contemplating on attending this event?
If I can make money, I definitely want to. I want to travel more for KOF. I don't feel like I did enough of that in 2017.
My team owner says he wants to get me out there, but I told him flat out I can't afford a ticket. So he's looking into that for me. So there's a small chance that I might be there as well.
Okay.
Keyword is small chance. I don't know yet, though.
Cool.
It's looking unlikely, but it may happen.
All right, cool. And let's keep things going with Combo Breaker. 2018.
Oh yeah,
I have plans for both Winter Brawl and Combo Breaker.
I'm gonna be at Combo Breaker for sure.
I'm going to that as well.
I'm definitely going to try to go to Combo Breaker because that gives me a lot of time to actually save up money.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Same. I'm actually.
I'll probably be driving there, so
there's a good possibility. I'll be going.
Hey, a lot of us are going, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. And also earlier that month, I'm not sure if this is confirmed. If King of Fighters 14 is confirmed at Texas Showdown, May 4th through 6th. But keep a lookout on it. Keep a lookout to see 14 will be there. Have all the Texas people head up there and play before they eventually go to Combo Breaker if they are planning on going.
I might be going to that too. It just depends on the wait and see. If I can, I want to go to every single one of these Max Cancel Cup tournaments.
Right.
That's my plan. But we'll see. I don't know yet. So,
all right, cool.
A lot of maybes. The big possibilities, though, I'll be at Frosty's. I'll be at Winter Showdown, and I will be a combo breaker. The other two are possibles, though.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so before we get into the main topic, we got to talk about something that everybody's been talking about, a very big announcement, a new game that everybody knows about right now, and that is freaking SNK Heroines. What are people's first thoughts on that so far?
I need to go.
I am buying it day one collector's edition. I can't wait.
All right, check this out. Before we get more thoughts, we're gonna play the trailer real quick, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Fan favorite heroines from SNK have gathered together for 2-on-2 tag team action. Activate a variety of moves in battle with just one button. Then, while changing characters, get the upper hand using a huge variety of items. But the party won't stop just because you took down your opponent's HP. Get them in a tough spot and initiate the ultra special move, Dream Finish. Well, that's one way to win a fight. By customizing your fighters, you can show them what you're made of. Time to party on to victory with some of your favorite leading ladies. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy will throw down on Nintendo Switch this summer.
All right, cool. That was the trailer for SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. What are people's thoughts on that?
I'm beyond excited. Because the thing is that everybody mentions oh, this is the unofficial sequel to Gal's Fighters that was back on Neo Geo Pocket Color, God knows how long ago, and it's I actually really liked the thought of that game. It was just okay, well, let's just take something that focuses on the ladies, and back then, I know it was pocket sprites and everything, but it was the way it was presented was really classy. People usually hear all female roster and immediately think, oh, it's a waifu game, when it really didn't send that message at all.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Heroines will be kind of in the same vein. Obviously it'll be a little more risque because it's on the actual console and not stuck on a handheld, but I think it'll be really cool.
Dead or Alive Extreme 3 exists, so anything's a game.
All right.
As long as Angel's on it, I'll buy a Switch. I know it's on PS. I know it got announced for PS4, but to me, a game like that is more fun on something that's portable, where you can just mess around with it every now and then.
Yeah.
You mean hide it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't care about hiding it, dude. I live on my own.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a grown man. I don't live in my parents' house, so I don't need to hide it.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone should really care about what someone's going to say about them playing a certain game.
I'm going to be streaming that game very actively.
Same.
Please.
I will stream it as often as I can. I know there's a lot of fan speculation about the silhouettes that they showed on the cover that had the logo and everything. There's a few obvious ones that I see. I'm pretty sure Sylvie's on the bottom left. Actually, do we have a picture of that we can show to the stream?
Oh, if you want, man, you can show it. You want the mic? The remote.
The remote.
Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can bring that up.
In the meantime, while you're getting that up, I'm showing people some of the screenshots SNK has posted so far. It looks pretty good, man. I've been kind of saying it almost kind of looks better than 14 a little bit, man.
Oh yeah, the graphics definitely look a little bit more polished. You can tell they're using the same models from 14, but the lighting and polish looks a lot better.
Right.
Wait, are we looking at the same game?
Yes, we're looking at the same game, Calvin.
Are we? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. I must be. I
know you have some thoughts, man. What do you think, man?
To me, this looks awful. It looks really bad. I'm looking at the trailer again for myself. I don't know. To me, it looks like a. I don't want to say this, but it looks like a waifu version of KOF 14.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
I'm like, well, come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to slice it aside from just, like, oh, it's 14, but the waifu version. I mean,
waifu.
And plus, you can customize and stuff. I mean, I kind of wish you can do that in 14.
It's like they took inspiration from Tekken with the character customizations, and it's all waifus, and I am super excited for it. I can't contain my hype for it.
Wait, I have one quick question, though. I think this is answered, but I can't remember exactly. Okay, so I know it's going to have like I guess an auto combo feature where you can press a button, one button over and over again, you'll get a combo. Is there an option for like manual, regular play, or is it just like that simple?
We don't know that for sure. There might be, but
I'm not too sure.
For me, that's the biggest deal breaker. Like besides the looks,
everything I've heard is just a rumor. But I heard from NorCal Gen that it's going to be a 2-button fighter. With items just like Smash, and I'm just like that just sounds biased. So I'm thinking it's going to be more of a traditional 4-button fighter, but
that's what I'm hoping.
Having auto combos and items and all that other easy stuff to bring in newcomers.
Yeah, and see, I don't mind that because a lot of this game had that Guilty Gear with the auto combo thing. Even KOF 14 does, but I just hope that there's the standard traditional 4-button layout for more experienced players. I hope they have both and not just the one simple 1-button mash it out control scheme.
Yeah,
that's my biggest complaint.
In the chat, Heatwing Gaming said, honestly, graphics aren't everything. Gameplay is what matters.
Well, I agree. Yeah, that's my biggest.
I don't know, man. It matters if you want to buy a game, dude. If you see how it looks, then and you like it, you're gonna buy it.
Well, the thing is that like going back to the button input thing. I mean, you can't really be too upset if it is simplified because let's be real. I mean, anybody who looks at this isn't a serious game by any means. Yeah. This is SNK just trying to make a few extra bucks because they're having moderate games, somewhat with KOF 14, so on and so forth. It's just the game for lack of a better term, for funsies. I don't plan to see a lot of people take it seriously. It's probably only going to be a side game at best at events, but I mean, I welcome it. I think it's going to be really fun, even if it's super simplified. I mean, look at the game it was inspired from. Gals Fighters wasn't that much of a game that had depth. It was a 2-button fighter because it only had 2 buttons on the console. So I mean, if that game did moderately well, everybody knows about it. I don't think this game will be any different.
Well said.
So on that topic of graphics and gameplay, the thing is graphics don't matter if you're already invested into the series, but they do if you're a completely new person with no friends who like that said game. The game just looks like, why would I play this? No one else is playing it, blah, 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 So it is important to attract that audience, but to us, the KOF fans, who cares? As long as it's fun, right?
Yeah.
But for me, with SNK Heroines, or King of Waifus, as I'm going to call it from here on out, I am super excited for this game because I know some people in my locals who really want to get into KOF or a KOF-esque game, and they're intimidated by it. But this is just some easy, casual, press buttons for fun kind of game, and I can't wait to just play this with my more easygoing, not good at fighting game friends, but love KOF and KOF characters.
Yeah, well said, man. We'll see how easy it's gonna be, man. We don't know much of anything right now, dude. Like, all we know for sure that's 2v2, the freaking health and super meter bar is on the same bar and it's split in half. We know that Kula Angel not Angel, Kula, Mai, Leona, and Yuri is going to be in it so far. Yeah, we definitely need more information. So, yeah, we're going to hopefully soon get more of that when SNK shares it. So, why don't we, before we get into the main topic again, it's something almost failed to share, but has anyone checked out the King of Fighters A New Beginning manga? Any thoughts on that?
I've been seeing tweets about the manga left and right, but I haven't really bothered to read it because I can't purchase it, and I'm kind of against the whole piracy thing. Yeah. But for the screenshots that I've seen, I am in love with the art. The art is so fantastic in that manga.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. It looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. Like really well drawn. I just wish I could read it for myself. I plan to in the future.
Right. Okay. All right. Well said. Well said. All right. So let's finally freaking go into this main topic about the new year and reflect on 2017. So I want to ask you guys one by one. What did you learn gameplay wise in 2017? I'm going to start with Calvin. What did you learn in 2018?
Gameplay wise, like
yes,
just
for
KOF.
For KOF.
Well,
pretty much everything because that's when it started.
I have to say pretty much everything because I started playing less than a year ago, and I guess I learned how to get really good, or not really good, of course, but get or improve quickly at a fighter. I learned how to really talk to people, like ask for advice, kind of think critically about the game when I'm playing, like just kind of learn how to make decisions quickly and make smart decisions, I guess, if that makes sense. Mm. That's what I learned from this year, honestly, at KOF. Just learning all of those, how to really get good at the game, and how to get used to having a small player base. That's the biggest one for me, because before I was a Street Fighter guy. Like, that's all I played. Street Fighter 5, before that, Street Fighter 4, and I played a little bit of Third Strike on 5K when I didn't have a decent PC, and I kind of before. And all those games had pretty good player bases in terms of numbers. Like, there was always someone to play. You could go on ranked and just find a game, no problem. And then I go to KOF 14 after not playing 5. I got sick of it. And I go on the ranked, you can't find anybody. And I learned that it's not that players are not there. It's just that you have to just really ask around and just talk to people to get a match. So I learned how to do that as well. Just communicate with players on a totally different level in 5. Because I really didn't have to in 5. Just go to a lobby and play, or ranked and play, and you're done. When in 14, it was completely different. Now I don't mind it. But in the beginning, it was kind of challenging.
Okay. All right. Well said. Very good. Okay. Kenshi, would you like to share with us your
oh man, I learned
your learning process
lot.
in 2017?
I learned a lot. So the last podcast that I was a part of, I told you about my upcoming and introduction to KOF. You know, being around that mentality, I didn't think patience and footsies and stuff like that was important in KOF at all. I thought it was all rush down, start doing combos, play the game, you know, win, press buttons and win. But through streaming KOF 14 a lot, becoming really passionate about competing and stuff, I kind of slowed down and started playing a little bit more defensively. And I was noticing it's okay to play lame. It's okay to be defensive and get results, because at the end of the day, if they're complaining about your playstyle, they're just salty. That was one of the major things that I learned, because for the longest I was just rush in, do stuff, constantly be in their face, and
as you guys could see, when I played against Decimo in the KCO Tournament 1, I still had a little bit of that nuance going on, and I got completely destroyed. The last time I played with Decimo, you know, he beat me 2-1, and I actually managed to get a game off of him. So I have to say that was definitely an important learning experience. It's okay to play a little bit defensively. And I also kind of learned to stop being a frame data hater. I absolutely abhorred frame data for the longest time. Like, I despised it. I thought people who looked at it were just a bunch of scrubs. But I started looking at it and I realized, oh wow, I'm actually learning this a lot faster. That's how I managed to get better. I know it's unrelated, but I got better at Tekken a lot faster because I started looking at the frame data app. And with KOF, I started punishing things that I didn't think were punishable. And another thing that I learned how to do was utilizing training mode for all of its options. You can test block, strings, frame traps, everything, not just combos in training mode. And before, I didn't think you could do that. So, now, like, I'm a lab rat for KOF 14, testing literally everything for my characters to see how it would work in fair in a real match. So that's my biggest learning experience in 2017 that pertains strictly to gaming. There's a lot of media and stuff like that involved, like Twitch streaming, but
we'll get
most of it was all just about how I learned through gaming itself.
Cool. Well said. All right. DeezeeKujaku, man. What did you learn this year, gameplay wise?
Mostly, like how to tighten up my confirms. Like a big problem I was having, at least like the first few months that the game was out, was confirming off of really straight hits that would kind of be awkward. So like usually like a lot of lights or like far C's or like far heavy moves and things like that. Especially since I'm a vice player, so like landing that anti-air into like Max Cancel EX sleeve was really hard for me until about like 5 or 6 months ago.
Yes.
So like little things like that, just tightening up my game. I'm like my results are getting a little better. I'm still gatekeeping, but slowly but surely, I'm like even at NEC, like I didn't make top 8, but I had a couple of wins that I kind of surprised myself because I'm getting better at naturally assessing situations and adapting to it. So like going back to what was already said about punishing moves that you didn't think were punishable, it's like I'll block something and then I don't know, like something will just click and I was like, I haven't tried this yet, and then it'll just work. So I think I'm better at thinking on my feet opposed to like I still use the lab, but like I use the lab but then combine that with just, all right, let's just go in and just see what happens, and then it's like, okay, I'll surprise myself by thinking up something on the fly. But yeah, that's mostly what I picked up over the last year. I'm still improving on my game slowly but surely, but hopefully this year will be different.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks for sharing. All right. Esteban, Mexiken, what did you learn gameplay wise in 2017?
Not too much. Mainly because I just feel like I mean, I've been playing King of Fighters since 2012, so I feel like I've already been learning a lot of the stuff that carried over. So it's pretty much just kind of, the biggest thing I would definitely say is I finally was able to find the King of Fighters in 14. For a long time, the game didn't feel right. So I had a really hard time trying to get past that, like, hump.
Yes.
To actually continue to like get to really, I guess, to be performing where I felt like I should have been performing. It just felt like a really long time to get used to the game. And I'm feeling like I'm getting there. I'm still not 100% there, but I feel like I'm like 95% there. And then, I mean, like a lot of the stuff, just recognizing situations and things like that. To me, it's a little bit more of the same old. So not really too much more like just getting used to the game.
Okay. All right, I guess it's my turn. Well, for myself, I would say one of the things that I think I had struggles with before was like understanding like proper risk and reward. I would say not management, but just understanding proper risk and reward when playing, and how it can like change so quickly and suddenly when you play. So one thing I've been kind of doing is just understanding, like, okay, if I'm in this situation and I do like if I counter this situation, what are the odds of me getting a reward from it, and how big is the reward, and how it kind of compares to how risky it is. You know what I mean? Like for example, like if I want to wake up reversal, I got to take into account a couple things. Like, okay, how much life the opponent has, how much life I have, how much meter do I have, how much time there is on a clock. If I decide to reversal, how much damage is it going to take? If I don't decide to reversal, how much damage will I take if I get hit by a low or overhead from me not blocking? What can happen if I do block? Things like that. So I've been very much practicing things, like that to make sure that, that I'm not like, I would say, what's the word? Like confused when I play, and then when I watch my matches, I can kind of see what happened there. Like, okay, I took too much of a risk there, or the risk I took didn't really pay off, or or I did something lower risk, high reward, lower risk, lower reward, things like that. So yeah, I've been definitely learning more about that, especially now. So next question I want to ask all of y'all about 2017. What did y'all learn about the KOF community? We can start with Dizzy.
The one thing I learned about the KOF community is that they have a strong sense of unity. Well, let me correct myself. They have a strong sense of unity when it comes to defending their community. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows about the issue with Event Hubs a few months back, and how like it got the whole "I play KOF because" hashtag got started and everything like that, which I thought was really cool. I wish I could see that a little more often, because a lot of times I've seen the community can kind of get swept under the rug either by people playing other games or things like that. But I mean, just that one kind of what's the word I'm looking for? That one kind of outcoming of support was actually really nice to see. I really wish I could see that more often.
Okay. I mean, hopefully it doesn't always have to take someone writing
something
an
negative.
article. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Kenshi, are you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. If you could, before you try out other options, for this voice chat site, can you give us a little insight on what you learned about the KOF community and FGC, if you want, from 2017?
One of the things that I learned about the KOF community is, once again, this has to do with my origin, but it's that the USA community is a lot more welcoming than I initially thought the KOF community as a whole was on GGPO and Supercade back then. Like, I feel like this is like a second home to me because of how nice the Discord people are and shit like that. And stuff like that. But I really learned that not everyone is a try-hard, terrible person. There's a lot of people who just want someone to play their game, because KOF is small in the US, but there are a lot of people who play it here. It's just we have to find them. We have to find them. I was, when I brought KOF 14 to one of my locals just the other day, there was a lot of people who expressed interest in it, but didn't want to play it because they felt they were too bad at it or something. And I used to be in that position where it's like, oh, I'm trash at KOF. I don't really want to play this with people because I don't want to get clowned on, because that's what I was used to. But it's not actually all bad like that. And I enjoy the fact that Dream Cancel and like the newbie Discord and stuff like that are welcoming to newer players, because it takes a long time, or not necessarily a long time, but a lot of dedication to get competent at KOF when you have no idea what you're doing. And when you finally get there, it's like the best thing in the world. But until you get there, it's like, I'm going back to Street Fighter now. Bye. But yeah, I definitely learned that the community is a lot nicer than those arcade-based clients would let you believe.
Okay. All right, well said. Calvin, would you like to share what you learned this year? 2017, about the King of Fighters community and the FGC?
Yeah, sure. I guess for me, with the KOF community, I guess, of course, they're very friendly. Of course, mainly on 14, I guess. 5K, that's a different story. But I guess what I've really got from the KOF community, in the U.S. at least, is that a lot of people in this community are people that have a strong love for the game. And the fact that this game has such a small player base is not going to stop them from wanting to play. Because I know for me personally, like with Street Fighter V, I never really enjoyed the game heavily, but I kept playing it because there was a lot of people to play with.
Yes.
Right? And that in itself was enjoyable. It was nice to be able to just play anybody I wanted to at about any time, really. Morning, evening, night. I could find anyone to play with and get some games in. But with the KOF community, as we all know, we don't really have that kind of luxury. And so the ones that stick around and the ones that are doing for the community just by streaming or just by being there, not even doing anything in that kind of way, just being there and playing the game and interacting with people, those are the people that truly love the game. And I can see that. And we saw that with the Events Hub article. Like, they have a strong love for KOF and just SNK in general. I think that's the main thing why I stayed too, because I could have easily just gone back to Street Fighter or something.
Right.
Easily. But I stuck around because the game is great. Like, I looked past the fact that it wasn't the greatest looking game aesthetically, and I realized, hey, this game is actually really, really fun. And the people here are really passionate and really welcoming. I mean, Kenshi will tell you, he's the reason why I'm playing this game. I just happened to catch his stream. I was bored one day, just went to KOF for no reason. I just saw it was there, saw him streaming, and he was very welcoming. And then here I am now.
All right, good, man. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Yo, Charles, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. All right, we'll see how long it takes you to, disconnect from Mexiken.
I'm connected to everyone right now, so
all right, cool.
Let's hope it stays that way.
All right, cool. All right, yo, speaking of Mexiken, Esteban, are you still with us?
Yep, I'm still here. It's like I said, training room, getting ready for tournament.
Cool,
I'll wait till someone needs me to talk. So
cool. Yeah, I wanted to know what you learned about the KOF community in 2017.
It's funny because I feel like I'm an old guy. Like, because a lot of these guys, it seems like they're new. So when I hear these things, when the thing with, I didn't speak much on it during that podcast when we actually spoke about the Event Hubs thing, but so it'll be very quick. But when the whole topic of the Event Hubs article to me was old news, because they've been saying the same exact thing since the beginning of KOF 13. It's been all said before. We all know the excuses. We all know why people won't play. We get it. We've heard it time and time and time again. So to me, when I saw the love of the KOF community, first off, I was like, well, wow, there's a bunch of you. Why don't you all play? But biggest thing is just trying to also keep myself out there to be easier to communicate with, to try to get better. I know for a while, like again, with the beginning of this game, me, Nathan, and my buddy Lewis kind of kept to ourselves when it came to playing the game. We didn't really invite anybody for games. We didn't really we didn't try to get people better, but just this past weekend, I had, what was it this week? Yeah, it was this past weekend. We had 7 people total in my house, 4 of which were brand new players.
Yes.
So it's I reached out again, and sure enough, and it would have actually been closer to 7 or 8 new players, but work life happens, so stuff happens. But just reaching back out to realize, hey, there are new people who want to play this game, and they're actually wanting to be dedicated. So stuff like that is more of what surprises me more now than before. But the rest of the stuff, I already knew it. That's why I love playing the game back in 2012. The top players were easy to approach and everything like that. And then everybody was just always trying to play games regardless of the skill gap. Nobody ever belittled you because you were trying to play against the best players in the world. It was just always a very welcoming community.
Cool. I agree with you 100%, man. I remember learning 13, trying to get better at 13, and being in the same room with Renault and Romance and stuff like that. I really appreciated that kind of camaraderie when I went to majors. What I learned 2017 with the community is that I learned that we definitely do a good job at, I would say, welcoming new players. Before, I didn't think that. I thought before, we were kind of, I'm talking about online, not too much offline, but online, I kind of felt that we didn't really have too many, I would say, resources to kind of bring in new players or to easily welcome new players. Now we have the Discord, someone new pops in, we just welcome them, ask them how long they've been playing, blah, blah, blah. And then, they can get assigned to a role and stuff like that, similar to the KOF newbie Discord. So it looks like nowadays we have more resources to welcome and help new players. Especially with this game with 14, you can, voice chat like we're doing now. You can stream. There's lobbies and stuff like that. With other games, it's still a little difficult. You still can stream it, but I definitely think this year we're doing better at bringing in new players. People are streaming more. People are interested in hosting newbie beginner tournaments, and that's mainly it regarding beginners. As far as the FGC, that whole thing with the VenHub's article, that's just how people that play other games or tried KOF and gave up. Those are just excuses. That's kind of how they already feel already. As far as the amount of truth to those kind of excuses, I would say they're kind of half true and half false a little bit, but you can see there's a lot of people, or a fair amount of people, that decided to just stick with it because they just love the game and they're just fans of the game. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we just keep things going up and up, I think things will be good. As far as growth goes, I think the growth will stay steady. I don't know how big of a burst we're gonna get with 3.0 the Heroines or anything like that, but I would say let's just focus on just any new player that comes into the Discord or whatever that in person, just let them know that I play this game. We can play this game together. Let's learn together. If you have questions, I know of resources or other people that know of different things. So I think we're doing a good job at, taking care of new players, because they're kind of hard to come by sometimes, and they come from different games too, So enough of me rambling on about that. The next question I have, this is going to be the last one for Reflections of 2017. So a majority of you guys create content. What did you guys learn about content creation for KOF SNK games? I'm going to start with, why don't we start with Kenshi, man? So you're a streamer, man. What did you learn in 2017?
Oh, man. So the thing is I've been, like an off and on streamer since 2012, maybe.
Mostly single player stuff, but with KOF 14, when it came out, like, I had already had the good net to stream and play online at the same time, and I already had everything set up, so I was just like, I want to support this game in any way I can. So I started streaming it kind of consistently and actively, and one of the biggest things that I've learned is there's a lot of people, well, a lot, quote unquote, who want to watch KOF, and there's not as many KOF streamers. So I was basically went into it with the sense of, I'm going to fill that void. I'm going to stream this game all the time, as much as I can, until someone proves to me that there's actually more than just me, Juicebox, and Dream Cancel, and tournaments going on Twitch for this game. And I learned that there's a lot of people who will come to your stream just to, watch and see how you're doing and see if they can give you any advice, because I've noticed a lot of people want the KOF community, the newer players, to get stronger. They all want us to get even better and better, because KOF's probably the most hyped game at any tournament. That's biased speaking, but that's also not biased speaking, because a lot of people will tell you, oh my god, KOF at Evo was so hype. I can't believe that game is as hype as it is, when no one plays it. So I was just trying to do whatever I could to bring in new players, and it's actually been working quite well. Calvin's one of them. I love to brag about Calvin, by the way. Calvin's one of them. There's so many others that, aren't here that I can't even name off the top of my head, because there's just been so many that have bought the game because of my stream, and to me that was like the most satisfying thing ever. I didn't even expect my stream to take off. I didn't expect to get affiliated. I was just like, I'm going to do this because I want to do this. And I learned that streaming just because you want to do it is probably the best way to stream, because I know some people that are trying to stream and they just want that affiliate, they want that money and all that other stuff. It doesn't work like that. I also learned that a decent overlay definitely helps people stick around. My original overlay was the most stupidest thing on the planet, and only my friends would watch. But now, like, I get views from everywhere in the world for some reason, probably because KOF, and followers that don't even speak English come to my stream, and, like, it's awesome. To me, it's just awesome. On the content creation part, outside of streaming, I don't really do too much as a huge thing, but I do try to make videos to help my local community get into KOF, because there's a lot of them that are coming from like 3D fighters. They're not from like 2D fighters. And I've been experimenting with Tekken to kind of explain how to learn KOF if you're a Tekken player and stuff like that. So it's been a real challenge, but all in all, I have to say it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever decided to partake in my life.
That's good, man. in your life, man. That's pretty big, man. I commend that 100%. Cool. All right, thanks for sharing. Calvin, you are also a streamer as well, man.
Yes, sir.
What did you learn this for 2017 throughout that year?
Oh man, well for me, I learned just how fun it is. It's really fun. Like I really enjoy doing it, and I guess going into how I started and why, I just started just because I first got into KOF, thanks to Kenji and everything, and I realized, man, this game is really fun. And so for me, when I would look at Street Fighter streams, I would see a decent amount all the time. A lot of American streamers, European streamers, yada, yada. But with KOF, you will be lucky to find 2 streams all around the world on Twitch. And so I was thinking, kind of like Kenshi, hey, I want to contribute here. I want to, give the game some kind of a presence on Twitch and let people know that there are people that not only play the game, but folks that stream the game and put some kind of effort into the stream and stream regularly. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been streaming a lot, as you guys know. I stream quite a bit, and it's been great. I learned just how just being yourself and just doing it fairly regularly and just enjoying the game, people are drawn to you, and people are going to want to watch your stream. I guess that's what I've learned too, just by just having fun, just being yourself and just having a good time playing the game. And it is nice to know that I guess contributed into the game having a presence on Twitch. Of course, there's other streamers that are far better than me, better players and all. But it's nice that I was able to help in that regard and just putting it out there on Twitch and letting people know that there are people who stream this and play it and thoroughly enjoy the game. And that's always wonderful.
All right, cool, man. All right, thanks for sharing. DeezeeKujaku, man. Forgive me, but do you stream a lot? Do you create a lot of content for 14?
Not exactly. I think I streamed it like once, not long after it came out, but then I haven't really been streaming consistently since. Mostly because I haven't had the time. Like I've been between jobs towards the end of 2017, so I didn't really have that much available time to go ahead and start a stream. Like I think I streamed Overwatch. Like that was like the first stream I did like 2 days ago. Like that was like the first stream I did in like almost a year and a half. So I do plan to start streaming more often. All different types of games, including KOF. So hopefully, I could get some lobbies going with some friends or even with randoms if I can find anybody online. Maybe I'll poke around the Dream Cancel Discord, see if I can get some heads and make a lobby and stream that. So I think it's a good time to try to get some viewers on KOF. A lot of people will actually browse the game catalog on Twitch, and I mean, if we could get KOF viewers to decent numbers, so it's closer to not even the top, but like the mid, like upper mid part of the catalog, and who knows, maybe some curious people will click on it and say, hey, what's this game, and then manage to get into it because there's so many people streaming it.
Right. Okay. All right. Well said. Esteban, I know I've seen you create some videos and some streams. How are you doing with that so far? And what did you learn?
So I'm extremely lazy and about that. And I'm also not very creative when it comes to what exactly I want to, I guess the actual content I want to do. So recently I came out with a, it's a long video because this is part of the laziness. I pretty much just recorded my rant and I guess more like a lecture of how to play or how to think when you're playing grappler characters and how to think when you're playing against them, specifically in KOF. And so I brought up, I just pretty much talked for about 27 minutes. But the reason I even made that video wasn't because I really wanted to make the video. It was nice. I didn't hate doing it. But one of the guys who recently started playing did not understand how to fight against grapplers. And I told him, well, you probably have to figure out how they're fighting to begin with if you want to go against it. And they're like, well, do you think you can make a video on it? So I was like, okay, no problem. So that's exactly why I did it. I would stream more, but the problem is with fighting games, you have to be able to play online. Or like if you really want to do that kind of stream. And I'm not a fan of online to begin with. And even though I have a decent internet connection, I don't want to try to find games online and then it not be as clean as if I wasn't streaming. So basically, I don't want to rage and make like toxic content. So like honestly, because I've done it, but I've had many rants. Like I've had famous Mr. Karate rants, famous 14 is ridiculous rants, and offline, like in person. And those are when they're most interesting. You don't want to see that done online. So I'm going to pretty much probably stick to any like tutorial videos or anything of that nature from here on out. But I definitely, if anybody has seen any of my videos, one video I did was when the beta was like the beta or the demo was out. And that has over 5,000 views. It was basically just talking about how combos worked in KOF 14.
Yes.
Like how they're like the design of the combos, like how they were actually doing combos in this game. And that got over 5,000 views. It took a little less than a year to do it. But, so I can definitely make it. I feel like I can do pretty well explaining, but I usually have to be asked to do it first because at least then I feel like I'm making the video for a particular person who actually wants the advice, not just to put content out there. So if anybody who's listening to this podcast wants to hit me up on Twitter or anything, then then follow me. If you look up Mexiken on YouTube, you'll find my videos. And then I've started putting my Twitter and everything. But ask me for that advice. Ask me for those videos because I don't know what people want, and I'm not just going to make videos to waste time. I don't want to waste anybody else's time or my own, but I'll definitely make a video of at least my opinion on things if you want them. So just hit me up.
Cool. All right. Well said. All right. So the next, I would say, round of questions I would like to throw at everyone is that about 2018. So what are your personal plans for this year? For like tournaments you want to go to, maybe placings that you want, things you want to learn, maybe, I know 3.0 is kind of on the way, things you want to see in that game. What like personal plans or like resolutions or whatever that you have ready or that you'll like to partake and dive into for 2018? We can start with Kenshi. You have anything? Any plans for this year?
Yeah, I got some plans, but they're more goals than anything because money is always an issue when it comes to traveling and tournaments. But I definitely want to make a better showing in major tournaments. Locals, yeah, I'm guaranteed to get top 3, whatever. But I want to make it out of pools and maybe not top 8, but eventually, obviously. But I want to get to top 16s and stuff like that at majors, at bigger KOF events and stuff like that. Because I know I'm not free, and there's a lot of people who know I'm not free. But it seems like every time I go to a tournament, a major tournament, I choke really hard. I also want to place top 3 in the KCO online tournaments more often. I want to make top 8 and then make top 3. I'm tired of just barely getting there. I want to actually be like, hey, I'm one of the cool kids now. I can actually place in these online tournaments where I'm dealing with all this lag and stuff. But I definitely have goals for tournaments for sure. Plans for tournaments is it's always last minute planning with me. But if there's any tournament that I'm going to make a conscious effort throughout the year to go to, it's definitely going to be Evo and Combo Breaker, because I can just drive to Combo Breaker. It's only in Chicago. That's not that far. And Evo, I want to actually go to. I've never been to Evo before in my life, and I've been playing fighting games since 2008. So it's like, oh man, I haven't been to Evo yet. I guess I'm not cool yet. So those are just the goals and plans for me.
Okay. All right. DeezeeKujaku, what are your goals and plans for 2018?
Pretty similar to what Kenshi said. I plan to make a better showing at a lot of tournaments. I have a lot of top 16s and ninth places and things like that. I don't really. I'm kind of one of those people that doesn't try to set goals that are too far ahead. Like, I'm not going to come out and say like, oh yeah, I want to go to major and get first. Like, I started out as that guy who went 0-2 and everything, and then started gradually getting better. And because I paced myself, I told myself, okay, well, this time I'm going to make like to pools finals, or this time I'm going to make it out of pools, or so on and so forth. But yeah, definitely better major showing at majors. Start creating a little bit of content for KOF. I mentioned before that I am going to start streaming a lot more often if I'm able to. Maybe hopefully get some kind of schedule down. And honestly, just start traveling more. Within the last 2 years, I've been traveling to more tournaments like Combo Breaker and CEO Otaku. I kind of want to expand my like the locations that I go to. So I was a little too late on the draw to plan for Frosty this year. I'm probably going to try to do it next year. But pretty much just try to get out there more. Hopefully I'll be a little more successful than I was last year. Like, I was only really able to make it out to I made it out to multiple events, but like as far as like outside of my area, like I did see Otaku and Combo Breaker, but outside of that, I've only really went to like the biggie events because they're right here in the Philly area. But yeah, just to basically do the local stuff, but also get, like, I still haven't been to a West Coast event yet. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to do that. But baby steps. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well said. Who's next? Oh, Mexiken. I see you're in the chat. You're a little busy, man. Yeah, what are your goals for 2018?
So my main goal is I want top 8 in Combo Breaker for sure. Like, that's the goal. I would want to go to Evo, but because of like my lease is ending on where I'm living, and so I'm gonna have to find a new apartment. Well, not find it, but hopefully by that time I'll already have gotten into or close to a new apartment. I'm gonna want to. I got a lot of like personal things I won't be able to do Evo, but I'm aiming for top 8 at Frosty's. And then the biggest thing though, if I don't make it, I don't make it. But I want to use that as a learning experience specifically for 14. But I want to use that and Winter Showdown. And if I can get one of the other 2 tournaments in before Combo Breaker, that'll be great. But I want top 8 at Combo Breaker. UFGT was my first major I ever went to. And to me, at this stage, I've been playing, this is my 7th year playing fighting games. I want that top 8 really, really bad. And that would be the tournament where if I made top 8 at that tournament, it would mean so much. So that's my goal. Other than that, though, that's just the one personal goal. One of the guys in there in the chat, he is in a couple guys in here. They're guys who are learning from me. So my biggest goal for them is get them where they want to be. I want to get them better at KOF because they want to get better at KOF. So, we'll be playing this year. We're going to be trying to do some round robins just to kind of test skill level and get ready for actually getting ready for 2019 because I want to bring back the King of Fighters Rambat series I did last year, which was like every KOF game that was on Steam.
Yeah.
And then we'll add 14. And everybody wants to do that. So I'm trying to get everybody better at like fundamental KOF. So then they'll have more fun doing something like that. So that's the goal. Those are my personal goals for 2018. One goal for myself, and then to get 6 people just getting into the game as good as they can get. Those are mine.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Very, very good. All right. I would say for me, my personal goal for 2018, I just want to just continue learning what I learned in 2017, just keep things going forward. As far as like tournaments go, combo breaker, yeah, I definitely would like to do better than I did last year. I think I did okay last year in the tournament, but yeah, in the actual tournament, I would like to do better. And I will still play first to fives like I did like an enormous amount at Combo Breaker because I like playing people outside of the tournament setting, or I should say the bracket setting, you know what I mean? So that's definitely one of my goals, and I want to upgrade this computer so we can stream a bit better, or just say a bit more higher quality. I think that's mainly it, man. And also, I just want to, improve Dream Cancel as much as we can. Try to get some more help with the site because 2017 was a little dry. So 2018, let's just improve things as much as we can. One last question I have for all you guys. For 2018, it's about community improvement for KOF or SNK games as a whole. What are the things that you want to see more of, and what are the things you want to see less of for this year? So why don't we start with DeezeeKujaku, things you want to see more of and less of community-wise?
I really want to see more community involvement in the sense of if someone asks a question or someone that's unfamiliar with KOF or SNK in general asks a question, whether it be about frame data or move properties, even lore, things like that. Like if they seem genuinely uninformed, I just want to see more people say, like let them know what it is without sort of clowning them. Like I remember, I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of this, where Geese came out in Tekken not too long ago, and there were a lot of people who were not only unfamiliar with Geese, but unfamiliar with some of the inputs he had. Like his Raging Storm input is actually authentic in that game; it's still the pretzel input, and people were struggling with it. And I saw a lot of people that played KOF or SNK games in general clowning those Tekken players that were just like, oh, well, you can't do a pretzel input. What's wrong with you? And stuff like that. I really don't want to see too much of that. I want to see more people reach out and say, oh, okay, well, if you start from this direction and, just move the transition and things like that. I want to see a more welcoming community. Like I've seen the good parts of it, but the problem is that, and why I think KOF isn't really as popular as it could be, is that a lot of people focus on the negative, and it doesn't send a good message. Like I don't want people acting like with somebody that's known for another game starts playing KOF and has moderate success. I don't really want to see them getting bashed or shunned. Like oh, this is our game. I don't really remember seeing a rule saying that KOF players can only lose to other KOF players. I kind of want that whole stigma to be abolished in the community.
Okay. All right. Well said. Esteban, what are your thoughts on that question, man? What do you like to see more or less of community-wise this year?
I definitely agree with the bashing people for not doing a pretzel input. I mean, come on. Let's get over that. That input's not easy to do. All right. Like if you're in a match and you're trying to do that input is not an easy thing to do. So don't even. That's not cool. We definitely need to say a welcoming community as well as a very knowledgeable community. And what I mean by that is not everybody needs to be a genius, but everybody should always want to give good information. Because you don't want to tell people the wrong things. Like, one of the things I did for my community was I said, okay, who wants to play King of Fighters? And 6 different people said they wanted to play. And so I said, okay, pick your teams you want to play. Don't worry about a tier list. Just pick the 3 characters you want to play. Let me know when you're finished, and we'll go from there. Each person let me know, like, literally, of all those, I think I only had 2 people play 1 character the same. And I made a beginner guide after me going in training room for every single one of those characters. And I sent that to them in like a Word doc. So that way they know where to get started. Like, I definitely feel like I'm doing more than most people do. And I think everybody should kind of take note from that. I also think everybody should try to do more in their local scenes, because that's going to be how you truly build the audience when it comes to competitors. People who or not even competitors, but I mean dedicated players is the better way to say it, because you build them locally more so than anywhere. So, but more online, more offline support. The online support, I think we're doing really good with the KCO online tournaments and stuff like that. I think that's great. I definitely want to see more offline support, though. Support your local guys, explain the game, be as patient as you can be. I'm not a very patient person on teaching, so I struggle with that one. But, help people out. Like, if somebody's losing to your character, give them the matchup knowledge. Let them know what they can do about it or what they're doing wrong. Don't be a scumbag and just try to win. Just be very knowledgeable, be very helpful. That's what I'd like to see. Oh, and SNK, stop nerfing my characters. In the 3.0, stop nerfing my characters. Please. At that point, I'm done.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Yep, thanks for sharing. All right, KenshixHimura, what things you would like to see community-wise, as far as improvement, things you'll like to see more, and things that you would like to observe and experience less of?
For me, I'd like to see more people who are interested in KOF actually take the plunge into playing KOF. Because, like I said, when I was at my locals, I was playing KOF with the other Ohio player who, places top 2 with me basically every time. And there's a lot of his friends, because he plays like everything, coming over and saying, man, I really like the characters and feel of this game, but I'm just trash at it. I don't want to play it. I want that mentality to kind of drop, because we're all trash at a fighting game when we first start. Come on, it's there. It happens. I've been trash at Tekken since I started, but I'm working on improving. So I want people to actually express their interest instead of just being, oh, I like this game, I like the characters, but I'm bad, I don't want to play. I don't like that. There's nothing that irritates me more than that. And I have friends that are in my locals that are like that too. And it's just like, don't be intimidated just because you're bad. I'm not expecting you to beat me. I'm expecting you to learn from me, not beat me, because I want that to come eventually, but I don't expect it immediately. I'm not here to do what the Mexicans did to me in 02 on Fightcade and Supercade. I'm not like that, but there's a lot of people who are scared to play for some reason, and I kind of want that mentality to go away. And I don't think that the people who are playing KOF actively are the reason that mentality exists, because, like I said, when I first noticed the US community, it was a lot more welcoming and homey than the Fightcade, GTPO, Supercade kind of environment. So I think that as a whole, what I want to see is more tutorials coming from people, including myself. I need to actually stop just doing this for my locals and just do it for everyone. And I want to see, like, more people acting on their interest instead of just being like, oh, I like this game, but I'm not going to play it. Like, I don't, it doesn't make sense to me. I like Tekken, therefore I play it. I don't like Street Fighter V, therefore I don't play it. You understand what I'm saying? So, I just want to see people who say they like KOF actually play KOF instead of saying they play KOF, basically.
Okay. All right. Amen to that. I would say some of the things I would like to stop seeing as far as the way the community behaves. I want to see less like talk in like KOF like Twitch chats, especially like majors that stream KOF, at a tournament. I want to see less talk about why people don't play this game. Like we always talk about that. Every single chat, people talk about why people don't play KOF. I've been seeing that ever since like, like Twitch kind of really started jumping off, and people really started streaming KOF. I've always seen people kind of wonder and speculate why people don't play. I mean, you could be playing the game instead of talking about why you don't play or why other people don't play. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think we kind of do too much like finger pointing. Like, we don't play because, there wasn't like, a lot of Fatal Fury action figures back in the day or something like that. Or we don't play because, the Mexicans played it a lot and they snuff us out and stuff like that. Like, let's just play the game, and talk about playing the game and trying to improve and learn and, try to build upon ways to expand the community instead of always just talking about the negative. So I definitely want to see that, like, lore. I don't know if it's going to cease completely, but I want to see less, like, negative talk from the community, and I guess I'm talking mainly to the United States English speaking community. You know what I'm saying? Because every like major, like national major, we have people just talking about why we don't play this game. The graphics. It's 3 characters. Or there's 4 different jumps and there's rolls and all this other stuff and blah 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 blah. Like, let's play the game. Another thing I want to see more of, I want to see more people, I would say, I see a lot of people contributing and making content like their own like video content. That's cool. I want to see a bit more written material as well. A lot of people are making videos. That's great. Like, I love visual aids, but I want to see a bit more writing. Like, I love, like, on the KBP, the guide that EXY Wolf made for Shanae. I thought that was good. And fair amount of people posted some good stuff in the Dream Cancel wiki, which is pretty good. But I want to see more of that. I want to see more people contributing to the King of Data app. I don't want to see any more blank wiki pages for 2018 or anything like that. I definitely think people need to, start writing a little bit more and start sharing things more. Things I want to see more of. I want to see more people streaming this game, like Kenshi and Calvin, and how WhenIsThirdStrike, aka TaeShunYuna, is streaming. Like, he's streaming lobbies twice a week. I think that's like dope. I want to see more of that. I want to see more people becoming more and more welcoming to beginner players. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding what they need. I don't condone sandbagging or letting people win, because it's misleading and it's it's giving people some sort of like a false, I would say, sense of security, thinking that, if you win, you're learning. I mean, that's not entirely true. It's about what happens in the match. So I want to see more people using, like online training mode for 14. I want to see more people coaching new players. I really like the newbie Discord. I want to see more and more people go into that and helping, new players understand the concepts. And, like a lot of times you have to take new players by the hand. If you beat them down, man, that can scare them away. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see more players, I would say, be more empathetic towards new players. Like, sympathy is not good. That just means that, okay, like, all right, you're bad. All right, well, I'll just like shoo you away, or I'll just leave you alone. But when you're empathetic, your problem is now my problem. Now I have to help you get better. And in turn, maybe I might learn something in the process. What else I want to see more of? I think that's about it. I also think, like, again, with the Max Cancel Cup, I mean, we need more of that. We need to, like, let the community know, okay, we're going to these tournaments and KOF players will be there. That way we can show up and build the numbers up. Because, before, and I mean, and I hope the Max Cancel Cup, remedies this, but a lot of, like, major tournaments, they have, very, like, low numbers because people just don't really know where to go, for places that have, done well or treated SNK games fairly well. So let's definitely improve upon that. Oh yeah, I want to see less people like using Wi-Fi to play online, man. Just like
damn
come on,
straight, dude.
Yeah, like use a power what's that called, a power line adapter or something like that, or
that's what I use.
Yeah,
I started using it about like 6 months ago, and playing anything online, like not even just fighting games, is like 10 times better than when I was using Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Like I understand, like with new players, they don't know what's up. They don't know the folk ways or anything like that. You just want to play. You turn on your PlayStation, and you just want to play. You don't want to like break out Ethernet cord or anything like that. You just want to play. I mean, some people's houses can't I would say use a wired connection. Like maybe they live in a dorm or something. Maybe they live in a cardboard box or something. I don't know. Like just some different people just have different like setups as far as their home goes. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, but do what you got to do, man. Buy a 500-yard Ethernet cord or something like that, man. Like, and even so, I mean, there's people I play with on Ethernet and it's still bad. Maybe like their like ISP is bad. Maybe consider switching or upgrading or something. Maybe get a new modem or get a new router or something like that. Maybe the one you're using is like old or something, man. Like
real quick on that, because you said that, one thing to keep in mind, a lot of times the routers / modems that you get with cable companies are not that good.
Yes.
I gotta just say that they're not. Usually you can get a much better interconnection. You have to spend some money, but if you buy a different router to use with your modem, and even if you go plug into that router, you get a better connection than if you just try to plug it directly into your modem sometimes. That's not all the time. Internet's finicky.
Yeah.
But it is, I would say, at least a little more than half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I say something on that?
Go ahead.
Depending on the cable company, because I know a lot of cable companies charge you to like rent their device. I can actually talk about this because I work at a Best Buy, but if you go and buy your own modem or your own modem router combination, whatever the case may be,
yes.
It will be a little more expensive out the gate, but then you could probably save money on your cable bill because you're not using their box anymore. So you not only get a better connection, but then over time your pocket will thank you later. So I highly recommend that pretty much anybody who's playing anything online.
Oh yeah. I agree with that. 100%.
Don't use their box. Yeah, don't use their box if you can help it. I understand not everybody's house is laid out to where they can get a wired connection in there, but if you have to go Wi-Fi, at least make it good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I don't know what good Wi-Fi is, but I agree, and I do that myself. I actually have my own router / modem that is actually the modem that the cable company is currently using for their broadband service. Like, all you got to do is just ask them what kind of modem it is or the brand name. Go on Amazon, buy it. It may be like $200, but hey, you're going to be saving money, monthly, because you aren't going to be paying $10 to $15 every month using their equipment. So I agree 100% with that. Get your own router, and again, like we said, it's the internet, man. Sometimes you're just gonna be screwed, man. I mean, as far as like connection goes, dude, it's just sometimes you just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? The internet is just the internet. It's a very unstable place to do much of anything. I mean, just the fact that right now we are podcasting, I mean, anything can happen, man. There could be a random outage, you know what I'm saying? And it could just ruin the show. But, by, the grace of willpower, things are good. So, anyone here have any other things they want to express regarding this year? Things they just want to see more or less of? Any other plans? Anything at all before we kind of wrap things up?
I have something. I didn't want to interrupt you when you were talking, but when you were talking about how there needs to be less of why we don't play KOF on streams or why USA doesn't play KOF, I think there should be more why we should play KOF and why the KOF players do play KOF. Like, yeah, KOF because on Twitter, that was, on Twitter. Let's make it a more visual thing constantly going on Twitch, on the KOF streams, and like just get the new players in and see why we still play even though our game is dead, quote unquote. I think it would be more substantial to our community to talk about why we play it and why people should play it, why it's fun, things like that, instead of just, oh, well, we don't play it because everywhere else in the world is better than us. No, get that out of here. I'm done hearing that. I don't believe that one bit.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, because I'm so tired of it, man, when I'm like watching like streams for, major tournaments for this game. I just turned the stream, the chat stream off, dude. I'm just like, no, I don't want to like see this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I'd be watching majors in full screen just so I don't see the tournament, the Twitch chat sometimes, because like it'll just infuriate me. Just why is it always why we don't play? Like, come on.
Yeah. It's like I've said this before, man. Even before like 13 and stuff like that, when people were playing like 02 on like PS2 and stuff like that, 98 and like KOF 12 is like the community here in USA is very self-conscious. Like, people feel ashamed that they playing KOF, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, like, that will change. Hopefully, we get more proud people that, express why they play and play the game and help others and help other people get into it. Because it's a game. It's supposed to be fun, right? Like, show people that it's fun.
Definitely.
Cool.
That's why I play it. It's the funnest fighting game out right now. I will argue with people about that, but to me, it's the funnest fighting game out right now, so...
Cool. Anyone else have any like last words on things they want to see more or less of for this year? I mean, we're in January.
I mean, I'm pretty much good. Like we pretty much covered everything, I think. The only other thing I guess I could say would be one thing we definitely shouldn't do. I know, like, this is a little different as well. But the one thing I don't think our community has this big of a problem, but we definitely shouldn't also. I'm so guilty of this too, bashing other games.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I'm guilty of it. I know I am. If my other friends who play Street Fighter was in this chat, they'd be like, "Dude, you do this all the time." Trust me, I know I do. I usually try to make sure I stick it to like private friends pages where everyone knows we're joking. But if somebody says, you know, like for example, people bring up like, you know, we bring up that we can't stand that people say, why don't we play KOF? Well, if people ask us, why do you play KOF over Street Fighter? You can have your opinions. It's fine.
Yes.
But don't bash the game. If anything, use that as your opportunity to say why KOF is such a good game. I've had plenty of people like Marvel players who like played Street Fighter V when it came out. And then they're like, man, this game is whatever. And then they play KOF and they're like, wow, this feels like a game where I can actually do stuff.
Yes.
And they're Marvel players. So, I mean, once Marvel Infinite came out, you know, they started playing Marvel. But at least they got to see how good KOF was and why it was good. You know, those same players asked me for advice, even though I had a feeling they weren't going to last because they're heavy dedicated Marvel players. They still had the interest. So, you know, whenever you have to say why you may not play a game or why you feel like this is your favorite game, use that as your platform to why it's good. And don't bash other games for anything. I would almost say don't keep it at a minimum, but don't even do it at all. When they're asking your honest opinion, just say why your game is good. That's the best thing to do. Yeah. Because then what happens is they realize, oh, so this game has this. I have Tekken players, DOA players, insert fighting game player here trying to learn KOF because I explain to them why I felt that this was the best game. And that's what it is. Now they want to learn 13 and 14 and 2002 and 98 and 11. They want to learn all kinds of KOF because now they see it's such a good game at the base level and just each game individually. So, best thing to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with that 100%, man. I even in our Discord, sometimes I see people kind of like saying kind of like questionable things, especially about like Street Fighter V or like the players. Oh man, you know they're not having fun playing their game, and you know they're just playing their game because everybody else is playing, and you know like the game is like a prison, like they can't escape or something like that. I'm like, dude, like that's not cool, man. Like don't. Like I don't want to like control what people say at all, but I would just like I don't condone bashing the players or the game. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't help you like as far as making your game look good, and it it doesn't make it inviting. You know what I'm saying? You're not basically you're not telling people why KOF is good. You're just bashing another game and you're bashing the players. You know what I'm saying? Whereas that player can be like this could have been a new player, instead of you being kind of like negative and discouraging. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we definitely need people that is more like encouraging to people that play other games, because a lot of people that play other games, they go to KOF. You know what I'm saying? They try KOF. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right.
Can I add to that a little bit?
Yes, please.
One of the things that happens at my majors, not majors, but locals, is because I used to play Street Fighter V quite often, I'll play casuals with people and I won't enter the tournament. And one of the questions I get is like, why do you not enter Street Fighter V when you're so good at it? And I'm like, I'm not a fan of Street Fighter V and I don't dedicate my time to it, so I don't want to enter a game that I'm not 100% serious about. And I don't really like it. Instead of bashing Street Fighter V as a game, I'll actually just say, this is why, I'm not entering, but I like to play in casuals. And this is why I play KOF over Street Fighter. And I actually use one of the characters to explain that. And Rashid is the best way to explain why I play KOF. So, I've actually had some of the better players in my locals come up to me and be like, you know what? I respect you. Why play a game you don't like just because it makes money? I respect that 100%. So I think it's if you get confronted with that question of why you don't like insert fighting game here, instead of talking about how bad that game is, just explain it's not fun to you or something like that, and go into why you play your game and what makes your game fun to you, instead of just oh my god, this game doesn't have anything for me. Yeah, you know, I could bash Street Fighter V all day. I've done it privately, offline, all the time. But when it comes into a tournament environment, I always try to explain why I don't really care for it in a respectful way, because I'm a KOF player in a room full of Street Fighter and Tekken players. I'm not trying to piss anyone off by dissing their game, especially when I have no reason to diss their game.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, and like I said, like, they could try out KOF too, but, you know, if you're constantly negative, they might be like, man, that dude has a bad attitude. Like, forget him, you know.
Right.
Like, everybody's like an ambassador, pretty much, for their game that they play.
Right, and one of the things that happens is if you are one of the sole examples of a player, like a fighting game or whatnot, I'm like one of the only KOF players in Ohio. So if I come off like that, then they're going to think all the KOF community is like that. And I'm just like, no, I gotta be the best version of myself that I can be when I'm representing KOF at other tournaments that don't have KOF.
Mm-hmm.
Can I speak up on that for a sec?
Yeah.
Like, as far as the negativity is concerned, I've actually seen people like going back to the whole thing with the Event Hubs article and like the backlash that it got, and I've actually seen one of my friends say, it's like, well, I understand that KOF feels slighted all the time, but being negative towards other games doesn't really want to make me get into KOF. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, that's a good point. So I kind of agree where we really shouldn't be bashing other games. We should be telling people why we like our game. Because like it's like, I'm not going to feel, if I see, even if a game is better, like if someone's trying to get me into a different game, like not even KOF, just any game really, but they're doing so by just saying like, oh, well, you should play this because KOF is garbage for X, Y, and Z reason, that's not going to make me want to play the game they're trying to suggest to me. So I think we should just, like, I'm just going to, tag on what everyone else said and agree with it, where we should focus on the positives of our game, not the negative. Yeah, we can have all the opinions we want. Like, yes. I personally can't stand Street Fighter V, and I've said so publicly for multiple reasons. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's more like, if I could just say like, oh, well, I like KOF because it's a more controlled environment. Both players have a chance to play at one point or another, so on and so forth. Then I think that would help more than just needlessly pointing out the bad things about other games.
Cool. Well said, man. I agree with that 100%. All right. So, is there any other final thoughts anyone want to share before we get out of here?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, why don't we start wrapping things up, and why don't we give some shout-outs? So why don't we start with Kenshi? You have any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-outs to Dream Cancel, obviously, because it's probably the best place to go when you're trying to learn KOF and you speak English. One of the best, definitely. Shout-outs to all the KOF content producers and streamers that are around there and around here. I really respect people who put forth effort for a game that doesn't have too much effort being put into it in the US. I really respect that. And shout-outs to KSTO, like always, for fighting the good fight with these online hectic monthlies. There's always an issue, and Pedro keeps going in. So, shout-outs to KCO. And shout-outs to every major this year that's still supporting KOF, because there's a lot that aren't, and that makes me upset.
Okay. All right. DeezeeKujaku, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to share?
Mostly shout out to Dream Cancel for just giving us a platform to express our opinions and even get insight from each other as far as the current status of KOF in the community is concerned. It's really interesting to hear differing opinions from people in different parts of the country or even different parts of the world when it comes to KOF. I actually really learn a lot from it. Also, shout out to everybody who continues to play and support KOF, even if it's not KOF, if you play like Garo or Last Blade or anything like that. Like, just any kind of support of SNK in general, I actually salute you. If you plan to keep supporting SNK, buy SNK Heroines, please. They need all the money they can get. Also, shout outs to Kick Punch Block and just any content creator who continues to show support for SNK in their games. It's like the positive things in the community really stand out when people create content like that. I really appreciate it.
Cool. All right, well said. Mexiken, Malicious Tactical Gaming, NB Mexiken. Do you have any shout outs you like to throw in the air?
Definitely. I want to shout out. So I got quite a few actually. So I'm going to follow suit. Dream Cancel shout outs. Awesome site. I learned a lot when I first started with the forums and the websites. Got to connect with a lot of people. I'm not on the Discord much because again, I'm kind of lazy. I stick to Facebook. And I'm going more on Twitter. I'll eventually hit Discord as well. It's just I'm an old man, I feel, and it just takes a while to go into the new thing. But shout outs also to my local organizers for tournaments, both Net Battles as well as Boss Battle Games. We have 2 monthlies, and both of them are always in support of me running KOF for KOF being ran. So, even though KOF is obviously the smaller of all the games, I always appreciate that they give me the ability to run the game and support locally. Also, big Naptown Clutch in April. I'll make sure that I start sharing that more. If you're in the Midwest, come to Indianapolis. Show us what you got. We'll definitely try to get as many people as we can. We definitely want KOF to be big. Shout outs to, let's see, I'm going to go with first names because of everybody who's learning KOF now. Ryan, Hines, Adam, Ev. Let's see, I'm trying to think of everybody else. Sorry. Isaiah, Ray. I think that's everybody. Those are all the new players in Indiana. Shout outs to you guys. I promise you I will do my best to get you guys good. And if you guys feel like it's demoralizing, I promise you that's the right feeling. And you'll as long as you make it, if you feel demoralized, make that your drive to get better, and you will definitely get better. Shout outs to my training partners, that I've had for years, David, John, Lewis, and Nathan, Soul Good Guy. Thank you, all you guys. You guys are the greatest. And because James Jr. is not on the call, shout outs to moms. Because if it wasn't for moms, none of us would be here at all. Period. Shout outs to dads too. They had something to do with it as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course. So so shout outs to moms and dads. And shout outs to SNK. I mean, look, the SNK Heroines game, it may be just a fan service, easy mode game, but you know what? That's still another game coming out, and it's just showing that they are still going to be supporting games, period, that aren't pachinko or something. So shout outs to the new products. Buy everything. If you like it, everything. If you can buy it, because we got to support them. The more we support them, the more games and stuff they make for us. And there we go.
All right. Thank you, man. Excellent shout outs. KenshixHimura, would you like to share some shout outs?
I thought I already shared my shout outs.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, you did? Am I missing anyone? Oh, I'm missing myself then. Okay. All right, cool. Well, yeah, because we had quite a few people drop, from the start. So, all right, cool. All right. Well, shout outs on my end. Our Patreon is now live. Support our Patreon. There's many different rewards, for many different pledge tiers. So go ahead and check that out. Visit and chill in the Dream Council Discord server. Play these very good games on Steam for PC. Shout outs to Kings of Co. Shout outs to Rochanaji.com and get the King of Data app. Shout outs to the King of Fighters Reddit and their SNK Discord. Shout outs to Game Goons. Party Battle Mode going down the 21st. And 2 weeks after that, online tournament. Shout outs to Kick Punch Block. Shout outs, to the Dream Cancel King of Fighters 14 B&B Combos Guide. Sign up for the SNK Esports Support Program for your local or regional tournament to be supported by SNK or whichever SNK game you choose. Shout outs to the players and the organizers of Frosty Faustings X January 19th, 20th, going down this weekend. We can't wait to see what's going to happen at Evo Japan for King of Fighters, as well as the reveal for a new characters for King of Fighters version 3.0, and this is all going down January 26th, 27th. Last Blade 2. There will be a online tournament for Last Blade 2. Part of the Crazy Battle Circuit. For more information, just go on the front page of DreamCouncil.com, and we'll post a link in the description section on YouTube. Winter Showdown 5 and Winter Brawl 12 going down February 24th, that weekend of the 24th, and through 25th in Colorado and in Pennsylvania. There's a $500 pop bonus. I'm not sure if it has grown by any chance, but and it's a free entry tournament. So support both of these tournaments. They're a part of the Max Cancel Cup circuit, as well as Vegas Cup. This is going down March 24th. And the last stop is Combo Breaker 2018. This is going down May 25th through 27th at the Pheasant Run Resort in Illinois. Go ahead and check that out. And we're going to try to get some more information about this. The first event is going down this weekend, so we're going to have to see what's going to happen with this. Everybody's excited for SNK Heroines. Here's a couple screenshots to, hold you down, as well as the cover. It's coming out for PS4 and Nintendo Switch this summer. More information will be revealed soon. Hopefully, maybe even revealed at Evo Japan. I know probably KOF 14 3.0 isn't going to be the only thing they talk about. Let's see if they may say anything about SNK Heroines. Also, check out the new episode of King of Fighters Destiny that might be coming out tomorrow. And that's really it. I want to thank everyone that has checked out and viewed and joined us in this podcast, a discussion panel, as well as stream monsters of viewers. I want to thank DeezeeKujaku. I want to thank KenshixHimura. I got to thank Essington, aka MTGNB Mexiken, CalvinClimb, LazieFred, even though he didn't stay on that long. I want to thank WhenIsThirdStrike, aka TaeShunYuna, aka Renoa, for coming on. And that's it, man. Just keep trucking, man. Everybody, just stay.
Real quick.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Forgot a huge shout out of mine. Also, shout outs to Malicious Tactical Gaming for giving me all the opportunities to go to tournaments.
Oh yeah, you
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you have to shout out your sponsor, man.
I need to shout out my sponsor and my team. I don't know why I spaced it
because I've been saying their name in full, man, more than you, man. So
yeah, you have. You're the best. You're the best, man.
yeah, no problem, man, no problem. But yeah, let's keep playing, man. Let's just keep things going up and up, man. Next podcast, let's try to do something after Evo Japan, because I know there's going to be a lot of announcements, man. Things are going to be crazy. So yeah, let's plan things after Evo Japan for another podcast, because I know there's going to be some stuff for us to talk about and to speculate even more on. And more.
About to say end of the month, 31st maybe.
Yeah, let's try that. What day is that specifically?
Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday. All right, I'm off Wednesday. Let's do it. Let's plan
for
it. All
right, sounds good.
All right, cool. All right. Well, that concludes another installment of the Dream Cancel podcast. My name is Desmond, administrator of DreamCancel.com, and until next time, keep playing, keep learning, and have fun. Peace.